And action. Action. Action.
Oh, wow. So we wanted to pause our regular videos that we've been doing so far with the travel and kind of introduce ourselves a little bit and talk about where we each came from, how we met, what our bus life is about, and kind of our future goals and dreams, short-term and long-term. So hope you enjoy this little tidbit of information about us.
What's up, guys? I'm gonna share a little something different. She's got this quote that we really love, and she's gonna read it, and I'll play a little soft music in the background.
There has been an increasing indication that consciousness is the basis of the universe and not matter, which is to say consciousness, the life force, creates matter, and not that consciousness is the result of matter creating life and ultimately consciousness. Of course, this is what most sages have been saying throughout history. And the quote is by Ken Morley, and we find it appropriate just because our bus name is Sage, and our name together is collectively Conscious Matter Travels. I wanted to share a little bit about how we came to live on a school bus. When we met, we soon discovered that both of us like to travel, and of course with his job,
yes,
eventually knew that we would be traveling together. And so in order to avoid paying rent in two places, our home base and then also wherever we are at the time, because his assignments are short term, like 3 months or so, we explored a few different options, like a tiny home on wheels. We looked at RVs. We eventually did look at some land in Western Mass. At the time, thought that maybe we would do something there as like a home base, like shipping container, arch cabins. We went through so many different options. And then we settled on, well, didn't settle, but we discovered Skoolie life. So we started looking into where to purchase a bus, and we ended up buying it off of Facebook from someone in
Rochester,
New York. Yeah.
Rochester, New York.
And
his name is Xavier, and we're still friends. And he came over to see the bus, and he talks to us all the time. Thank you, Xavier. Good bus.
And it was a church bus, so it had low mileage.
It only had 90,000 miles.
Yeah. So it was perfect for us, and I think, as Will mentioned, we brought it to my parents' house. We parked it in their yard because they offered for us to be able to build it there, and Will worked on it full time for 7 months, and here we are.
Yeah. And then and the other reason it's perfect for us, our kid, well, she doesn't have any kids, my kids are grown, so in order for me to keep traveling for work, because I'm a traveling scrub nurse, and so I've been doing it for 20 years. I went to school 2000 to 2003. I graduated 2003, and I've been doing this for 20 years, but I've been traveling for 4. So I ended up in Massachusetts, and then when I met her, I stuck around there, and you can only work a certain amount of time in one state, like 11 months continuously, and then you have to leave somewhere for like 6 months and then come back. So in order for me to continue traveling and making that kind of money as a traveler, I would have to leave the state for 6 months and then come back. And she couldn't come with me because she worked as a social worker, and she had to go into an office and work from 9 to 5. So we saved money for a year. We saved about $40,000, and so I was able to take time off of work to do this full time. I was working 7 days a week, like 8, 10, 12 hours a day, depending on the weather or how tired I was or cold I was. And so I did it in 7 months, the full build. Then we had to wait like 2 months for parts for the solar system, and the batteries got shipped to California and so on. So then now we can travel and work. I haven't worked for a little bit over 15 months, so I'm having a little issue getting back into it, but because I have a 15-month gap, and a lot of employers look at that. But I've been doing it for 20 years, so that shouldn't matter. It's like riding a bike, you never forget. But once I get back in, it's not gonna be an issue. From there on, we can just travel anywhere and find a piece of land as we work and travel and explore. We're lucky to have family and friends that support us for now, and so we're lucky about that, and very thankful.
All right, so we wanted to share a little bit about what our short and long-term goals are. Definitely one of the short-term goals, besides traveling and exploring different places that we've been to and never been to, we actually had some plans canceled due to COVID when it first came out. We were actually supposed to fly over to Sedona and explore over there. Both of us have been separately, but we've never been together.
Yeah.
So that's something we want to do.
It's my happy place.
Yeah. And then just other places that I've been to before. I took a road trip and really enjoyed it. And so visited a lot of national parks and want to share some of those with Will. But somewhere I definitely want to go is White Sands. And
Yes.
I've never been there. Have you?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
And then just explore different places and just have fun, be out boondocking in the middle of nowhere, and just enjoy our time together. And then I don't know if you want to share any of the places you want to go that you've never been to before.
I would like to go to Egypt.
Oh. Might be a little expensive on a bus. Another goal for short term is just volunteering in some of the places that we go, finding different things in the community to help out with. It's definitely something we both want to explore and find ways to do. So anyhow, we do have short term goals. One of them is volunteering in different places that we stop, and are really excited to do that. Part of we've done that in some sense. Everywhere that we've gone, Will's been able to help people out.
Yeah.
He's gotten paid for some of that, but we do want to do some true volunteering.
Yeah, maybe we could find like a nice piece of land somewhere, like maybe 3, 4, 5 acres for a good price, and then just pay it all cash and park this bad boy there, build like a little like a deck around the bus and make it all cool, and then possibly buy another school bus and convert it so it's stationary. We plan to do like different themes of buses, like schoolies, and then rent them out as a Airbnb and start like a small homestead, like gardening and a greenhouse and a bunch of chickens so we can have eggs for breakfast and lunch and dinner.
Oh, I didn't know that was the plan.
Maybe a couple of goats because I love animals. Maybe a goat or something.
Did he really say goats or something?
You know me and goats. And then just so the idea about having the schoolies for Airbnb is maybe do like a country western looking one with like cowboy stuff and horse saddles and spikes and all kinds of stuff, and maybe like a submarine looking one. Or if you guys have any suggestions, we'll gladly take it into consideration. And this idea, by the way, of doing our story came from really cool followers of ours that we keep in touch on a regular basis. His name is Sean Britton, and this is your idea, so thank you so much for that. Saying a shout out to Sean Britton. He owns a shop called Boot Trout, and he does like fishing gear, like hooks and stuff like that. Thank you, Sean, so much. Him and his wife always watch our videos and sends us picture when they're watching it, so that's really awesome and very humbling.
Okay. Right, so my name is Jen, and I'm
Will.
Oh, right. I was born in Pennsylvania, outside the Philly area, and was there for about 6 years, until kindergarten sometime. And then my parents moved up to Massachusetts, so I grew up outside of Boston and went to college and then grad school, and significantly, I think like 6 years ago, I went on a road trip by myself, and always loved travel, but really had such an amazing experience and really felt comfortable, and like that was something I really wanted to do. And so later we'll talk a little bit about how we met, but basically when we met, we both discovered that we liked to travel, and ended up here on the Skoolie, so we'll tell that story a little bit later. But more about me, my background for work per se is in social work, and other than that, I started a small business to sell my photography in different forms, digital prints, the actual photograph. I've made greeting cards, bookmarks, and you name it. And one of my goals during this Skoolie experience is to get back into selling those in different venues and stuff like that. So it's something we're learning and trying to research, and we'll have up on our website at some point. So we're excited to share about that. Other than that, I have 2 brothers and several nieces and nephews, 6 to be exact, and enjoy spending time with my family. And Will has grown to love them as well. So
They're awesome people. Alright guys, so a little bit about me. So I was born in Puerto Rico. My parents got divorced. We moved to California when I was 14, 15. I turned 15. And then I lived in California until I was 21 years old. And then I wanted to get away from all my friends. And I moved to Florida when I turned 21. And then I was there for 7 years, and I went to college up there. And I studied surgical technology. And I graduated in 2003 with an associate's degree. And I've been a scrub nurse for the past 20 years. On the way, I've been an artist, and I lived in Arizona, and I was a manager of a art gallery called the Q Gallery in Lake Havasu, Arizona. And then I started traveling as a scrub nurse. I've been traveling for 4 years now. And I ended up in Massachusetts, where I met Jenn. I'm a traveler for work. I could only work for so long in one state. So in order for me to continue traveling, I would have to leave the state for about a year. And she couldn't leave her job because she worked from, at a regular office, 9 to 5 type of job. So we decided to save money for a year. We saved about like $40,000. And so I took a time off to do this build, and we built a home. So now we can travel and work and explore, and she doesn't have to work. Her job is doing these videos and editing and all that good stuff. And that's pretty much all I have for now. My favorite color is red.
yes.
Oh, and the reason for that.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna add a little more about my past, or a little more about me. So when I lived in California, I was part of a motorcycle club, a family club. It wasn't like any other. I'm not gonna name any motorcycle clubs, but our club name was 21 Presidents. And my nickname was Red. And the reason for that is because when I was in high school, I was 16 years old. I tried to get into there was an ad on the paper that said extras on them. So I went, and my dad took me to Hollywood and to Universal Studios place, and they took pictures. They interviewed me like live. and they did measurements and all kinds of like weird stuff. And so then they call me for an audition for this extra, position that they had. So I went, and then it was this show called Sweet Valley High. So I was like in the background, sitting in the hallway by the lockers with a bunch of books. So that was Sweet Valley High, and then there was another show called VR Troopers. It's like a robot kind of like. But then they call me into trying a suit. They call me and I'm like, hey, we have the suit that it matches your measurements. So if you're interested, you can come in and try it out, and we'll see what just to go and check it out. So I went and I walked into the dressing room and I'm looking for a suit. I thought it was like a clothing, like
business
a business suit, or I don't know. So I'm telling her, hey, I can't find, I don't see like whatever the suit. I just saw like this bunch of like red, like, rags on the table. And then they're like, no, it's this suit. And then when I picked it up, it was actually the Red Ranger from the Power Rangers. So I got really excited. I mean, I was only 16 years old and I used to watch the show. And he told me, don't get too excited because it has to fit first. I'm like, all right. So I tried it on, and then I tried the helmet, and it fit like it was tailored to my measurements that they took. So I got hired, and I was a stunt double for the Power Rangers, and I was a Red Ranger for about a year. I only did like 2 times a week. They would call me in. I would drive out there and put the suit on and do like all this, whatever choreography they had me do, and jump and flips and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, that's another thing. I was a stunt rider so I was a stunt double for the Power Rangers, and I was also a motorcycle stunt riders with 21 Presidents. That was my motorcycle club, and that's all.
As usual, enjoy the following outtakes. Anything you think I should
Cut. Hola. So we just recorded a bunch of stuff for like 4 minutes, and I think I recorded. So I'll make sure that it's recording now. Now it's recording.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah.
Okay. It's a recording. All right.
And action.
Oh my god. All right. Thank you. Okay. Sit down. Sit down.
That was good footage, I think. So are you happy now?
Yeah.
Now? Okay.
So what's your favorite color? The people want to know.
My favorite color is clear.
Clear. Mine's gray, so.
Clearly.
Oh, that's fine.
My favorite color is red.
Yes.
Oh, and the reason for that.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Somehow. What?
Oh, are you gonna serenade me?
See if you guys know the name to the song. Whoops.
I can't sometimes.
Yeah. Anything else?
Cut.
Anything else?
No. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell for future notifications. And if you would like to support us, please look us up at Conscious Matter Travels on our Patreon page. Take care.